What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dustin, the DelKo reseller, and today we're giving you the first taste of a day in the life of a full-time reseller. And today we're starting a little bit late, but that's the joy of being your own boss. You can do that. You just know you got to put in a lot more hours tonight because you can't make money if you aren't putting in the time. But we're getting started. Today we're going to be working on some listings and just talking to you guys as we do it. I've got some bigger items that I've been putting off. I have no idea why I've been putting them off. I don't mind listing bigger items, and honestly, they sell just as good as everything else. But I've just been putting them off, so we're going to dig into them today. I've got a few items behind us, and I'm also going to be screen recording and kind of showing you guys just how I do my research on these items, as well as doing the actual listings themselves. So let's dig right in. First thing we've got are these radio flyer, kind of like a classic looking, I don't know what you call it, kind of a push toy for kids, but it's the radio flyer, so the Wagon brand, and they're just super cool, super vintage kind of looking toy. I picked up I think 2 of these at a bin store that I went to, and we just haven't gotten around to listing it, so we're going to do that now. Here we have it on Amazon. We just scanned it in with our barcode scanner. If you don't have one of these, it's not necessary. You can type it in, but it just saves you a few extra minutes in your step, and it works great for doing a lot of other things. So recommend picking one up. You can pick them up on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below to the ones that I use. They're not the cheapest, but they've just worked really well for me, so you're welcome to check those out. But we scanned it in here. We've got the item up, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to save these pictures, and I've got a folder here. Hopefully you guys don't see too much of what I don't want you to see. Let's see our item folders. There we go. Alright, so we're just going to save it to the folder. I don't take all of them, but I do take any of them that I feel like are kind of important. Now, not everybody agrees with this, but obviously I don't want to open this up and take pictures of that because then I can't sell it as new, so using stock photos is fine. If it's a brand new item on eBay, it's completely fine to use stock photos as long as the company allows you. You will end up with arrows. A few companies don't allow stock images, and then you do have to find your own or create your own. But for the most part, most don't, and as long as you adhere to those arrows that you might get on your account and don't list any more of those items with stock photos, you'll be fine. It's one of those things that most companies don't care, but there are a few out there that do, and when that happens, you just have to deal with it. And make sure you don't list any more products with that. You obviously don't, take your warning, don't make it a habit for that particular brand. But that's pretty much it. We're just going to grab a few of these that are really easy to grab here. I do it off of Amazon. Again, not everybody will agree with me on this, but it just makes it nice to grab these and post them up. So we've got those photos, but what I also want to do is I actually want to take a look and see what these are going for on eBay. Obviously Amazon's great, $69.99. I'd love to sell it for that. I think I paid $8 for them, so I would love to get that. But let's see what they're actually selling for over here. And is there something else? We can add Walker. Let's just see if Walker pops up a little bit better. We're gonna go list format because I don't know why it showed that. So here are the listings. We've got a few. We're going to sort by lowest just for right now to see what the lowest active listing is for it. Looks like $63 plus free shipping, but that's a brand new seller, so I'm going to look for a little bit higher price. $68, that's a brand new seller also. That's weird. $69.99 from China, so not many options for people to buy this item right now. $89.44 seems to be the cheapest price for here in the States. Again, people will buy these, but with that zero feedback, I know a lot of people are going to kind of be hesitant on it. So we're going to skip over those ones. They're probably going to look around the $79.99 mark is what I'm going to probably list these. We'll go to solds though to actually see what they're actually selling for. And on this one, I'm going to go in recently instead of current or lowest. So in our lowest price range, or in our current selling, looks like one sold last month. For 40 plus 16 shipping is a best offer, so it's probably less than that. That's low. Here's one that sold for 40 plus 26, so $74. Again, right in that $79.99 range. So I think that's what I'm gonna list at. Probably $79.99. Well, we're not gonna try to get greedy. I mean, honestly, they're on here on Amazon. Most people are gonna buy them over here anyway. So we'll list it at the $69.99 is what we're gonna go with. Now, on eBay itself, which I've got over here, I've gone ahead and hit sell similar on one of these items. But I actually, depends on the title. As you can see, their original title is a little bit lacking. Still had a lot of characters left, and it just doesn't look that great. So we're going to actually take the Amazon listing title and paste it over here. Get rid of some unnecessary stuff. Classic push and play walker, toddler. Again, we have walker twice, which we don't need. With activity, and I'm going to go like games. And games. Ages, let's see, that should be on the box, 1 to 4, so 1 to 4 years, and I'm out. So let's go get rid of width. I can kind of go into this and explain why I do this if you guys want me to, but this is just how I set up my titles. I try to get rid of anything that's not necessary. Again, we've already used and. It still matters if you've got the extra characters, it's worth putting in, which we do. But I just feel like there's no reason to repeat a lot of the same words. It's already in the key search, just my opinion. But you do want to try to get it and put them in places that will make sense. So I don't want to go and put, it all out of sequence and all kinds of just random words. I still want it to make sense, but I'm trying to go based off of what I think people might search for this item as. So we're going to drag these photos over to how I want them arranged, which is kind of going to be like this. So we've got this. The only other thing I might put in here is the color. So like where games, I'm going to put red. Oh no, I'm out of characters. So yeah, we'll just leave it like that. That looks decent enough. My SKU system, for my SKU system, guys, I use it's kind of weird. I do like to put my purchase price, which was $8, but we've got about 8% tax here. So $8.64 is what I put as the first item in the SKU label. The second is going to be the location, which is G for garage. It's where this bigger stuff is going to go. And then I will use like unit number and then shelf number. I don't have that yet, and honestly I don't know if it's going to fit on my shelves out there, so I'll probably have to find a different spot in the garage. But normally if I put it on unit 2, shelving unit 2, shelf 1, or whatever, I'll put that in here. For now we're just going to leave it as garage because I don't know exactly where it's going to go. Filling in item specifics, guys, is very important for me, so I'm going to make sure my barcode is the matching barcode to what's on the box. I've got radio flyer, the brand, kids, push, walker, red, happy. Don't understand why that's in there, but it's not going to hurt anything. Age level 1 to 4 years, which is good. Style, again, some of this it doesn't really apply to the item, so we're not really going to worry about it. I don't worry about the year and stuff with this particular type of item. Manufacturer part number, I just look for any kind of model number, which is right here, and I will put that in. So 15121A9. California prop, we don't need that. Country of origins unknown, I just leave it off. I don't feel like it needs to be in there. This I'm going to put in classic push and play. Play walker, because that's what it is. And then any of these specifics, these are probably stuff that other people put in their listings. They added in manually. I don't think it's necessary, so I take them off. We're going to go item condition is new because they are brand new sealed in the boxes, and I've actually got 2 of them, so that's cool. We're going to use our template, so brand new, inbox, and then I just copy and paste the title. I will add a few more details to it if I feel like it, like that red that wouldn't fit in the title. I'm going to go ahead and put in here. Push and play walker, red, toddler. I could put like 4 toddlers. With activities and games, ages 1 through 4 years old. And I'll add those slight details into that just to kind of help out with that. And that's pretty much it. We're going to go price. We're going to go $69.99. I do offer free shipping. Quantity is 2. I'm not going to put offers on it for now. We'll leave it up for a little bit and then we'll add offers if we don't get any interest. I can do that on these because I have so little in them that I wouldn't mind taking an offer, but a lot of the other stuff that I purchase I have a pretty set rate of return that I want on the item, so I don't normally allow offers on most items. Free over 1 pound, which is going to be priority mail for me. Most of the stuff I send is going to be priority mail, so we'll stick that in there. I use my own shipping labels, and I can't go into too much detail on that just because I have a deal worked out with someone, so not going to go into details on that, but I do use my own shipping labels, so I don't use calculated or anything like that. I use free shipping because I know pretty much a weight, what it's going to cost to ship that item based off of the weight. It's stuff that you're going to learn, and I will cover this probably later on in more detail in different videos, but it's just something that you kind of learn as you go, and you kind of have an idea. You build that into your price. That doesn't mean you're going to be cheated that. You just build it into what you have. So for instance, this item, we got $69.99. We'll do a quick math thing for it. We're going to use an example on shipping, again, because my shipping prices aren't going to be quite what everybody else's are. But we're just going to say $10. Most of the time on an on an 8-pound package, we're probably looking at probably closer to 15. So we'll do 15. We'll do, just to make it real simple, we'll use some simple basic numbers. We've got $69.99, which we're just going to say $70. We're going to minus right off the top of that. If it sells at $70, they're going to take 15% in fees. That can vary a little bit, but just average at 15%, you're safe that way. So that means after fees, we get $59.05. We spent $8.84. I'm going to make it real easy. We're just going to subtract $9, and that drops us down to $50.5. If we're going to say shipping is going to be $15, it might cost me a little bit more to California, but we're just going to say on average $15 for an 8-pound package. That's not too oversized. We're going to subtract 15 from our $50.05, and that's going to give us a profit of $35.05, of course, before any taxes and all that stuff. But that's going to be kind of your basic profit number. So $35.05, or $35.50 is what I'm going to profit on this item, roughly. Now, what you do is, if, for instance, you use calculated shipping, you would take the $15 off your price, which is fine, but your calculated shipping can be out all over the place. But if you still wanted to charge shipping, you would still have to list it as a total of $69.99. So we could do, if we were going to charge shipping, we'd do $69.99, or well, let's take the 70 round number that we've been using. Subtract $15 for shipping, you would list it at $55 plus $15 shipping, correct? It comes out to the same price. It's going to possibly sell at $69.99. It's not going to sell any worse or any better because the buyer in the end is still paying the same amount. So however you prefer to do it is fine. There is one advantage to this. If you do charge shipping and do it as a $55 price tag plus $15 shipping, if you offer returns, then when the person submits the return and sends it back to you, you do not have to refund the original shipping. So there is an advantage in that aspect. But for me personally, I don't accept returns on most of my items. There are some exceptions, but I don't for the majority of it. So I would then offer free shipping. It looks a little bit better in my opinion. Everybody's got a different opinion on that. But it looks different. It looks a little bit better. I look for free shipping. I don't want to do the math. I don't want to sit there and do this when I'm purchasing something for myself, for the most part. But it'll come up as free shipping. It looks a little bit better. The buyer feels like they're getting a better value for it because they're not having to pay for something besides their item. And that's kind of the play on free shipping, that it's the same thing, but people just think about it differently. So whatever you do is up to you. That's completely fine. You can do it either way. But at the end of the day, you're still going to get the same price. You're not going, if you charge shipping, you're not going to be able to charge $69.99 plus $15 shipping. No one's going to buy that instead of mine at $69.99. And vice versa. No one's going to buy mine priced at this if yours is priced at $40 plus $10 shipping. They're going to go with the cheapest price, and you just have to figure out which way that is. So that's a long story, but that's kind of how I look at it. We've got the item listed today, and we are pretty much done. I don't think there's anything else. Again, I use templates, so all my settings are used, or excuse me, business policies. So all of my, my return settings are already set to no returns. I've got, the item location, all that good stuff is in here. It's already ready to go. It doesn't take a whole lot of details when you do it that way. Your shipping policies are all in place. You just choose which preset you want to do. Saves you a lot of time in listing. And other than that, you just want to make sure everything else matches up and is correct. So that is it. That's for this listing. So what I can do is I can save for later, and we'll be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and swap over here to this. We've done one listing. We've already got it listed or ready to go. I save as drafts because I do post them throughout the week. I'll list, say, 20 items today, but I'll only post 10 items today and then 10 items tomorrow. That way I can take tomorrow off, or take tomorrow and do what else I need to do, because listing, believe it or not, is not the only thing you have to do. So that is that. So there's 2 large items done. We can then go ahead and move on to the next item, which I won't go ahead and show you because that's just going to be a lot of dead air. So that's, guys, how I run through a listing, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. We're going to list these items that I've got. I've got a few more large items over there. Other than that, we've got some orders that need to get packed up, but I'm still waiting on a couple of those payment to go through before I do that, so we'll hold off. We might even honestly do it tomorrow. I offered 2 business day handling time, so it gives me a little bit of extra time to focus on just doing all the shipping at once instead of doing it every single day. That's just kind of how I have it set up. I think that's about it, guys. So we're going to cut the video here. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. Thank you for joining me today as I showed you kind of how I run through my listings. We'll be doing some more day in the life stuff and hopefully some more videos here later on. But for now, that's what I've got for you. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. We're going to try to get content up as much as we can, hopefully a video or two a week, and hopefully you enjoy it and you can learn something. That's what I'm here. I'm here to help you guys and interact with you guys. I want to kind of share with you all what you want to hear. I don't want to just post up videos about random stuff, but I will if I need to, just to fill in the space. But that's pretty much what I want to do, is just be there for you guys to be able to kind of communicate with, bounce ideas off of, and just show you guys what exactly we go through a day in the life. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.